Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking you through my foundation and contour routine. This is a routine that I've been so obsessed with recently, so I'm so excited to finally show you this video. So I'm starting off with the YSL Top Secrets Instant Moisture Glow, and I love putting this on underneath my foundation because it just gives the most beautiful lit from within glow to the skin, and everything just looks so perfect and applies so much better when I use it. And then I'm using the Dior Skin Forever foundation. I have been absolutely loving this recently. It is my go-to foundation. So I'm just dotting that onto the 4 points of my face and my nose and blending it in with a Real Techniques complexion sponge. I love this, and this is my go-to method for foundation. Everything just looks so skin-like and blends really well. But once I'm done using that, I also have the final step of using my Artis Oval 7 brush, which I love just for making everything look super flawless. It's the perfect last step to my foundation routine. And then we're moving on to the YSL Touche Éclat Neutralizer. This is the salmon coloured one, and I use this underneath my eyes to correct dark circles because I have very, very grey areas of skin around my eyes and up towards my eyebrows. So I use that and I blend it in with a Real Techniques setting brush, which is the perfect shape for underneath your eyes. So as you can see, I go underneath the eyes and I also work it up towards the top of my eyebrow as well. And then I'm using the By Terry Touche Veloute Concealer. This one is quite a bit lighter than my natural skin tone, but I use this because it really helps to brighten my under eyes, and it also just helps with the little bit of brightening that I'm going to do later on in the contour routine. So I apply that to my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, and then a little bit under my nose as well because the skin around my nose is a little bit darker and more red. And then again, I'm blending that in with my Real Techniques setting brush. It's just the easiest and quickest way to blend everything in, but then to make sure everything looks super flawless, I then go over the skin again with the Artis Oval 7 brush because I just am obsessed with that, and it just makes everything look so skin-like and really meshes things perfectly. Next, I'm going to be setting my under eyes using the Dior Forever powder, and I have fallen in love with this recently. It works perfectly with the foundation, but I also just love using it on my under eyes to stop everything from creasing because I find the By Terry concealer can crease quite a bit, but I also use it on points that get a bit shiny or just a bit product heavy. Once I've done that, I move on to the L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt contouring palette. I've absolutely fallen in love with this recently and could not be without this now. I've hit pan on the highlight side of it as well. So I use a Zoeva flat brush to blend the product through the contours of my face, so down through my cheekbone. And I put it on quite strong, I'm not gonna lie, and blend towards my mouth. I then also do my temples and forehead with this as well. And normally I would be blending in as I go, but just to show you what this looks like and how silly it looks, I'm just applying it all and I'm going to blend it in later. Oh, and then my postman arrived. Great. Well, that was embarrassing. That was really embarrassing. Moving on. I'm also contouring my nose using a Zoeva concealer brush. It's super dense, and I just find that that works perfectly with the cream to powder formula of this contour. In addition to contouring my nose, I also do my upper lip as well because things are just super flat around there. I've also done my chin, if you couldn't see earlier, plus my neck just to reshape the face a little bit, and then I use my beauty blender to apply the highlight product, and I apply this under my eyes and across my cheekbones. Since I've discovered this, I haven't really used a shimmery highlight at all. I am all about this matte highlight. It just completely changed my makeup game. It just changes the way my face looks. I'm so obsessed with this. I finally understand the whole hype around contouring and the real extreme kinds of contouring because this is just my absolute favorite thing now. So once I've used my beauty blender to apply that, I then use my Real Techniques blending sponge to go over things and start to blend certain areas in. I have different blending sponges for different uses. I'm also just going in and highlighting my lips as well, in addition to the darker contour that I did around there. And then I'm using my Artis Oval 7 brush again just to blend everything in, and I find this is just the quickest way to make sure everything is blended super seamlessly and there aren't any weird lines. I hope not anyway. I might get to the end of this video and realise there's like a glaring error, like that bit on my nose. Susie, do that bit. Yeah, don't worry guys, I've got it. I got that bit on my nose. Whew. So yeah, again, going in with the Real Techniques blending sponge. Love this thing. It just blends in my base so perfectly. So that is my contour and highlighter done, and some days I will just leave it at that, but then other days I will go in with the Dior Forever powder again. And what I do is I use my Zoeva flat brush to basically bake my contour. I make the underneath of the contour in my cheeks look a lot sharper by packing on powder, and whilst I'm waiting for it to set, I go in and powder the rest of my face just to stop any product from moving around. So once I've done that, I'll brush out the powder from underneath my cheekbones, and hopefully you can see that there is a much sharper line there than there was before. Then I go in with my Guerlain terracotta bronzer, which I am obsessed with, and I just go over the high points and the temples of my face and just make everything look a little bit more bronzy. I find my face just suits bronzer very well, and I always find that this just pulls the whole contoured and highlighted look together. So I apply that to my neck as well, just to make sure there's no real contrast between my face and the rest of my body. And that is the finished look. That is me all highlighted and contoured. Here's my Facebook tagged photo versus my Facebook profile photo. We all know that. If you actually could see my Facebook tagged photos, oh my God. And that is it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please let me know if you did in the comments below, and I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye.